I've been looking at the charts and reading the record sales, numbers and stuff like that. And I noticed that Taylor Swift had outsold Cardi B when it comes to the first weekend of album sales, first day. And I know people are saying, okay, that's not shocking. It's Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has been breaking a ton of records when it comes to selling. I believe they stated that she's the only artist here in the United States to sell over 100 million albums in the U.S. alone. Such a great accomplishment. Recently, Taylor just dropped her most recent album. That was a few days ago. She sold 3 million copies in literally a day. And this is a thing where they did the statistics where they had said that she sold like 2.7 at the time of the publication, but by the end of that day, she was well over 3 million. And we're talking about like actual album physical copies, like 1.7 of those was actual physical album copies that was purchased by her fans. And then we have Cardi B. Cardi B had just made it to 200,000 albums sold in a day, but also they said that she had went platinum because Up and WAP, that was also part of the album, so that automatically certified the album as platinum. Now, I'm not trying to take away from the success of Cardi B, right? But I really want to try to discuss and talk about the difference in regards to having a black audience as a fan group versus a mainstream white audience as a fan group. Why is it when you market to a black audience, you do not receive the financial residuals versus when you market to a white audience? And hear me out. I know some of you guys are going to be sitting here like, what is this? What are you talking about, Jay? Like, why are you even having this conversation? I'm having this conversation because I think it's strange that as a community, we have the tendency to be the loudest on the internet in regards to supporting. You got people claiming clicks, especially when Cardi B and Nicki was going back and forth. Nicki Minaj was going back and forth on the internet. People claiming sides. Oh, it's Barty gang this, and this. This woman has like 18 million followers. She was putting up posts on Twitter. It was getting like 18 million views. I was watching the analytics and the statistics of this. Then she put up a post. It's getting 450,000 likes. But that's not equating over to record sales for Cardi B. And I just feel like when it comes to a black fan base, they gonna go on social media. They gonna use up the apps. They gonna engage in the drama. Like her album is "I Am the Drama" or "Am I the Drama?" But when it comes down to the black audience or the urban audience putting up the money, they shut up. They not paying for it. So the biggest question is, what is the difference between having the black audience and a white audience? What is stopping the black audience from actually financially supporting and actually going to download the music that's being produced by the artist? Why is it that Cardi B had to, she's outside, she was outside selling, trying to sell records the old school way. She's on a press run. She's on a Breakfast Club. She's doing commercials trying to sell this album. She's literally going through every avenue possible to push this album she did in the past week or two before it dropped and even after it dropped. And she's still pushing. She did all of that and had no choice but to add WAP and Up onto the album to accumulate it into album sales, because you guys did not really wholeheartedly support our album, but you guys support the drama that happens surrounding the album. Y'all gonna support this beef with Nicki Minaj. Y'all gonna support them on the internet dragging each other kids. Y'all giving mad impressions with that. Y'all giving mad likes, but y'all not going to the store, in the record store, to buy the album. Is black people that poor? Is black people that economically distressed? And I get it. Some of you guys will say, "Oh, Cardi B, She's not really black, blah, blah, blah. She's more of a Hispanic audience, but it doesn't matter. It's just urban in general, whether it's black, white, whatever. Cardi B's main target audience is black and Hispanic, Dominican, right? And it's like we love us some Cardi B down, but when it comes to her album dropping, why does she have to work a million times harder than Taylor Swift? Do you guys feel like you know it's fair in regards to our hip hop sector? And we gotta really discuss it because we have Mariah Carey. She just dropped the album, and her numbers were like 48,000 copies. And this is Mariah Carey, like Mariah Carey. She's one of the divas, like could be considered one of the queens of R&B and pop over the past last decades, last 30 years or so. And yet, her target audience is what? Black people, basically. Why we be doing that to our people, man? Like I'm just trying to understand. But Taylor Swift, she ain't really had to do much of a crazy press run. I mean, I'm pretty sure she probably did some press. I don't follow her like that, but I haven't seen a whole bunch of people saying, "Yo, like." I ain't seen Taylor Swift out there on a corner talking about some please begging people to buy her album. Like she released the album and said, "Oh, I just dropped it." No PR. She put the Beyonce, and she sold 3 million copies in a day. And that goes into my next point in regards to artists in general. It's important to really have a solid relationship with your core fan base because I feel like outside of the racial thing, I feel like it's the relationship that Taylor Swift has built with her core fan base. Because I'm pretty sure out of those 3 million, there's probably 200,000, maybe 800,000 black people that have downloaded and bought her album. But when it comes out to the marketing in regards to Cardi B, I feel like people like to be entertained and to laugh with Cardi because she's entertaining and she's funny, you know. But I just feel like people don't want to support the actual music. And y'all can say, oh, well, it went platinum. It did. But she had to work so much harder just to get 200,000 copies sold. Meanwhile, you guys are on Twitter giving her 500,000 likes for cursing out a black woman and going, you know what I mean? Going back and forth with black women, going, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all was excited about that, but y'all not buying the album. I just need some answers, Barty Gang, and that's what y'all want to call y'all selves. Like y'all in y'all 30s trying to claim clicks and stuff. If you gonna really, if you really gonna claim an artist and say that, oh, I'm her supporter, shut up and go buy the record. Man, Michael Jackson sold 100 million copies of a Thriller, and that was before, way before the internet. And people wasn't just going to their phone and quickly downloading. They was getting their butts up and going down to the record store and getting the vinyl. They was going down when Michael Jackson dropped. They was going down to FYE in the 90s getting his album. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a totally different world, and it's just something that I noticed, and I just felt like having a conversation on why is that? Why is it when it comes to the urban audience, you guys are less likely to actually buy a subscription to a black magazine? You guys are less likely to support those within your community. And even though y'all engage on social media, even though y'all will, big up drama that's going on with a celebrity or with a person, y'all do that, but y'all don't want to invest. And then y'all get mad at the current state of the music industry. You can't say that, oh, these people, it's because there's no talent. There's a ton of talent, especially on the scale of underground. And I get some of you guys can say, well, I don't like the message of Cardi B. That doesn't really correlate with my thoughts. But even if you're one of those people that don't want to support because of that, then don't even engage on her social media. Because to me, that's fake love. But maybe people just like being spectators. Maybe it's more people that spectate Cardi B versus actually support Cardi B and her music. What is that about? What is that about? What is that about? I don't know. Just as a person who's a connoisseur of the culture, as a DJ, someone who listens to music, someone that support and been around this industry. Um, I just think the way that people are moving, fan bases wise, and how they spend their money. I can't tell people how to spend their money. I can't. But I just think it's strange that if you're gonna pay for a subscription to Apple Music, you would think that y'all would actually take that money and buy the records. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get why we waste our time, engaging in toxicity of, beef and all this other stuff, and y'all not buying the records. I think JT put up a diss track to Cardi, and I seen it, but that disappeared. And then they were saying that allegedly had low streams too. Like, I just don't get it. Like, are we really in a hip hop culture anymore? Or are we just a bunch of gossip girls that just want to pretend like we care about the people in the hip hop genre and culture? And if you guys are excusing it, and you guys are saying, no, it's just how I like old school, I like this, then help soften Salt and Pepper. She got a brand new song out right now. Y'all could go Google that, download it. Her song is called Chosen. Prove us, show us that that's the reason why y'all not supporting. Because y'all not supporting nobody. Y'all not even supporting like Mariah Carey new album like that. Like, something, I don't know. And is it the economy? I don't know. But I need answers. I know you could say it's the economy. It could be the fan base. I don't know, but I just want to understand the logic of this. And this is just a random rant I was just thinking about. If you want to subscribe, share your thoughts about this conversation. Do you guys feel how I feel? Do you guys think it's strange that the urban market is like this, and this is how artists get treated? Why is it that Taylor Swift outsold Cardi B, but everybody was engaging with Cardi B on social media? She got 100,000 or like 500,000 likes on her going back and forth with Nicki Minaj, but she had to struggle to get to her 1 mil or get to her platinum status with her album. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift sold 3 million copies of her album in literally less than 24 hours. Help me understand. And congratulations to Taylor Swift at the end of the day. I'm just trying to talk to the fans out there and try to wake y'all up because I just think that's strange. Until next time.